Moscow, 1936, Stalin attends a performance of Shostakovich's popular opera Lady Macbeth of Mtsensk district. A few days later, a review appears in Pravda with the chilling title, Muddle Instead of Music. It denounces Shostakovich as a formalist and affects the status of many Soviet composers, including Prokofiev. Criticism from Stalin means you are an enemy of the people, subject to arrest, prison, or even execution at any time. Shostakovich goes forward with his Fourth Symphony, but pressured by others, he cancels the premiere. Instead, he composes a Fifth Symphony and makes a public statement describing his piece as a Soviet artist's response to just criticism. It's approved for performance, and at its premiere, it speaks in code to the audience. On the surface, it returns to a clearer tonal world to answer critics of his modernist tendencies. But beneath its blaring Mahlerian triumph in D major, a darker, bleaker world speaks clearly to his audience of the horror of Stalin's purges that had affected so many millions of Russians. People openly weep during the Largo movement. This is the dramatic backdrop for my lecture series on Shostakovich and Prokofiev, the lens in which I've chosen to frame many of Shostakovich's and Prokofiev's more important works. Their compositions often had dramatic political ramifications. Their natural modernist style was labeled formalist, but even when they wrote in a more accessible style, they might be labeled deviant or vulgar. Nonetheless, both Soviet and world audiences identified and responded powerfully to their music. I'm fascinated how audience appraisal of both composers has changed over the years. Decades ago, many considered Prokofiev the better composer, and his music was programmed far more frequently than Shostakovich. But now the tables have turned. Shostakovich is generally regarded among the most important composers of the 20th century, along with Stravinsky, Schoenberg, and Bartók. And his music is performed with ever greater frequency. What happened? Is our reappraisal a factor of understanding Shostakovich's music better? Or is it from a bias we have developed with postmodern lenses? In 8 lectures, we will explore some of their best music so that you can learn to follow their styles and learn about the conditions under which they composed. I begin the series with 2 of their most popular pieces, Prokofiev's ballet Romeo and Juliet and Shostakovich's Fifth Symphony. Then I talk about their lives and focus on specific musical genres, solo piano, concertos, chamber music, symphonies, even film music. I conclude discussing their legacy and sharing fascinating anecdotes from Shostakovich's still controversial memoirs titled Testimony. After listening, you will feel confident and excited to forge ahead and explore all the other wonderful music by Shostakovich and Prokofiev on your own. Please join me on this adventure.